Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. We are joined by two wonderful people on the couch today. We've got Joyce Fleck, TriCap's Executive Director, and Carson McElwain, a former TriCap Head Start student who became a TriCap employee and is now preparing to deploy with the U.S. Army. So welcome to you both.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us on today.
So we know that the local TriCap is a local nonprofit organization with its main office in Jasper, but where in Jasper? A lot of people, if they like to use their phone to pull things up, but you know, you're here. Let's talk about it.
Okay. We're just down the street from you. We're here on 607 3rd Avenue here in Jasper is our main office. Of course, we have more than one location, but I always like to tell people, fun fact, here in Jasper, our very first office opened in the basement of the courthouse. Oh. So some people get confused and have still thought all these years that we are a government entity. We're not. We've always been a 501c3 and a community action agency.
Yeah. So what is a community action agency, anything? Like, what does that mean?
Well, so community action agencies, there are over 1,000 community action agencies across the United States. And in Indiana, we are one of 22 community action agencies serving all 92 counties. And we work together and individually to help serve anyone in need, usually lower income population, but as you're going to learn, lots and lots of needs. And we're here, to celebrate Community Action Awareness Month. That's why we're on the air today. So how does TriCap kind of serve the Du Bois County community and this general area in ways that people may not originally think? Well, just broadly, our health, housing, and education services are provided to help everyone become a step closer to self-sufficiency. So you're going to learn a little bit today how we've done that.
Yeah. So what we've got the health services and the self-sufficiency. What do we need to know about these various things? I don't know if Carson has some leeway here, but...
So TriCap has been part of my life since I was young. I actually started out in Head Start in Boonville myself. It's a pre-education plan for young children on an income basis. And it's all about just trying to teach kids and give them a head start in life. I actually started in that program when I was younger, and I moved on. I actually joined TriCap later on as a weatherization expert. And through that, I actually learned a lot of great things. I learned a great trade, a lot of certifications. And I was lucky enough to be with them until I am deploying next year. Yeah. So I was so appreciative of it. We'll talk more about that later on, though.
Yeah, so TriCap isn't just for one service or another. You offer a range of things like there's the RSVP program as well. It's apparently very well known. I just learned about it myself, but what does RSVP kind of stand for? What's going on with that?
Okay, so the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program is for individuals throughout Du Bois, Pike, and Warwick counties, our three core counties of service, that want to give back to the community. Now, they don't have to truly be retired. They can be still working. And we do a lot of things in the community. We do military funerals is one of the volunteer things that we do. We also have a lot of folks out in food pantries and things like that. There's a whole list. And maybe you had Rachel Trabant on recently, she can go in much more detail, but we also have some trips that we do to raise the local match for the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. Because, again, 501c3, that's what that means. We're a nonprofit organization, and we're not fully funded by any of our government grants.
So we heard about Head Start and how that helps younger children, and then, of course, the RSVP. So you deal with the whole age range of people that are kind of involved in the community.
We not only all age ranges, but all income levels, believe it or not. Some people think, oh, that's not for me. And I always say, if you don't think that you are income eligible, please come in and talk to us, make an appointment. We'll help you figure that out. Because everybody can fall on hard times at any point in time. But that's what we're here for, is to meet you where you are. And that's one of my favorite things about TriCap, is we meet people where they are and make goals with the family. Financial goals and other goals, even in Head Start. When he was in Head Start, he didn't realize all the work we were doing with the family, right, outside of the classroom.
Okay,
there's a lot of family goal setting that goes on there, and it helps, again, marching towards self-sufficiency.
Yeah. So we have, strangely enough, we're already near the end of April, and May is coming up, and Community Action Awareness Month is coming up. So how is TriCap celebrating that?
Okay, so it's just so much to learn in one conversation.
Yes.
So we have more written information, of course, on our website, and we'll have some information available if you want to just stop by 607 3rd Avenue, Jasper, on May 3rd. But before that, on May 2nd, over in Petersburg, 809 East Illinois Street is our location there. Same thing. And then May 4th, we'll be down in Boonville doing the same thing. 3 days in a row, kicking off the month of May, which is National Community Action Awareness Month. We will have free. We
like free word.
Yes, we all love free food. So starting at 11:30 local time zone. So Central in Boonville and Eastern here in Petersburg. And just come on through. We'll have a little sack lunch with a grilled hot dog and some little treats inside and some little surprises in the bag too. Some little energy savings tips and things.
Some informational bits.
Yes. So it's a great way to just drive through on your way. We'll start, like I said, at 11:30 local time until the food runs out. So don't know. That could go quickly, or we might be there for a couple of hours.
I mean, again, it's the perfect opportunity for a sacked lunch in that lunch hour. Will you have yard signs or anything out so people can kind of stop in, or is it more of you need to hear about this now?
You need to hear about this now. Yeah, it's been on our social media. We'll have it on the radio too, leading up to this. But we appreciate WJTS getting this on air. And it's safe because you're in your car. You know what I mean? We don't have a way to get everyone parked and in and out of the building. It's the first time we're trying this.
Yes.
So we appreciate you helping us promote it, but we don't know how many people to expect.
Well, WJTS is here to serve the community and to, of course, inform people. So that's what we're trying to do, is get people out the door to make that first step to not only get some free food, but of course to engage with TriCap, because again, you guys offer so much to the community that they may not, really understand at first, because TriCap in itself offers so many different things. And again, coming down to the point of the nonprofit, you guys are a nonprofit. So how can our community kind of support you guys back?
Well, this is a milestone for our agency. Each of our community foundations, DuBois, Pike, and Warwick counties, we just enlisted an agency endowment. We just started it at each one of the community foundations, so that is brand new. And people can give that way, and it'll help serve, for the future. They can always go on our website. There's a donate here button, and there's a multitude of ways you can donate towards Head Start, weatherization, these types of programs. And I think Carson has something special he wanted to talk about in that regard. So,
while I'm going to be deployed next year, I will actually be donating about $200 every paycheck toward TriCap. So in total, it'll be about $5,000 for 1 year. And then after that, during my military career, I'm actually going to donate $100 twice every month towards TriCap perpetually. So for about 20, 30 years, they're going to have a fund that's specifically going to go towards weatherization, unrestricted fund. So what that means, we're actually going to be able to pay for people that maybe would be deferred from weatherization, and that would actually help them get to the point where we can actually put energy savings into that home. And weatherization is just like, it involves air sealing, insulation, fixing homes somewhat. It's actually just saving people about 20-30% on each home on their utility bills or gas bills, what have you. And it's all about just improving the home and the comfortability of that person. And any age range can apply for it as long as they meet the income level. And even if they don't, they can actually pay for the services, which are, I would say, cheaper than most commercial companies. And then weatherization is just about just helping people stay comfortable in the homes and trying to lower the bills for them. We do weatherization in houses, apartments, mobile homes. I've personally been under multiple of each working on them. So if you ever feel like you could actually be saving some money on your bills, or if you're ever curious, just contact TriCap. We can start the process. That's
very, very amazing to hear. Again, weatherization is if people need a better way to think about it, it's just maintaining your home, and whether or not you have the funds for that or not, it is something that needs to be done, or else you're throwing money out the window, blah blah blah, things like that. But that's a tremendous thing to give money to, and it's very exciting to hear that TriCap's doing great work for the community. So how does TriCap and its services help others and in our community, and if people wanted to learn more, where could they go? What's the best way to kind of get the whole TriCap catalog, per se?
It is a catalog. Yes, if you go to our website, www.tri-cap.net, tri-cap.net, and Oh, it's laid out very well, I think, to find the information on it. And you could just type in there, what are you searching for? There's even a drop-down menu on the homepage. It takes you right there. But if you go to our services, and you just cruise around on there, and there will be email addresses. You should just click on there to get more directly to specific programs that you're looking for, like the health. We didn't talk about the health programs, but the health, housing, and education services. Whatever your most immediate need is, you can get to that operational program director just by clicking on the link and emailing them directly.
Yeah.
And we'll be responding pretty quickly.
And at the very least, hopefully everybody has a cell phone nowadays so they can give you guys a call as well.
Oh, yes. Yes, and our phone numbers, so here in Jasper, 812-482-2233. Over in Petersburg, because it's the same coverage area, right? So Petersburg is 812-354-8721. And those are the best ways to reach us. Down in Warwick County, 812-897-0364, if I remember that one right.
No, it's good to have all the resources.
So I don't know how far out this broadcast, but I want to make sure that everybody hears it. Yeah.
And that's the thing is TRICAP wants to serve all the surrounding people, no matter the income. And again, you just offer so much. It's hard to sum up in one sitting, but being able to put the word out that TRICAP is a public service, and that people, if they're wanting to learn more about how they could benefit from TRICAP in a weird roundabout way, they just have to reach out and learn more.
And we just talked about this earlier before we came in. It's kind of a blessing if someone hasn't heard of us, because that means they didn't need us. But it's sad if they did need us and didn't hear about us, right?
That's why we're trying to do this and get as much information out to the public as possible. So, because TRICAP is an amazing service, and I was lucky to be a part of it for as long as I was. And the people I helped, it was amazing just to see them just light up because their homes were improved and that we could just directly help them improve their lives. It's such an amazing thing to do. And I just wish that more people knew about it so we could help them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, again, for people who come from smaller families, who don't have people who are readily available to help, or again, the financial barriers are a thing for a lot of people, or if their kids are lacking various education things. Life is so diverse that there could be things where you're not living fulfillingly in one area or another. So having TRICAP as a resource is a great thing to have, and to know about it as a resource is super important.
And you'd be surprised at the people, like they might find us through my child needs preschool. Well, then we talk about all of our services and see what else they need, or weatherization, or someone who's never used our services before, but they're changing jobs, they're retiring, they're whatever. They don't have health insurance anymore. They don't have access to health insurance. We have a state-certified health insurance navigator. She does not sell anything. She does not take any kickbacks. That is her job, to sit down with you individually to find out what you need and to help you literally navigate through that process. If it's the marketplace or if it's another private group, that you can purchase into, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We meet you where you are and help you get better.
Yeah. All exciting things. Again, me being fresh out of college, adult life is scary, so being able to know where to go to get guidance, get resources. Your parents can only do so much giving you information, so having TRICAP is another great resource to have. And as I sit across from you guys today, it's not like you guys are a big, scary agency. You're regular people wanting to help.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So is there anything else either of you would kind of like to share while we've got the floor for you? I mean, again, we're just trying to promote that TRICAP is an amazing service that offers so many different pathways.
Well, if you have any questions, which most people do after we've talked to them for a while, you learn one thing, you have 5 more questions. Get on our website, call us, schedule a time to come in and meet with us, have just a tour of the building and learn more. When you have a little more than 10 minutes of air time to sit down, and then talk about your individual needs. Mm-hmm. And that's very private. And we will meet privately. You're not in an open room or cubicle. You're in a closed office with someone very secure. These are very personal things to talk about. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't, of course, want to actively reach out and get help, but I think 99% of everyone watching, or someone has gone through hard times or just needed an extra boost through the good times. Mm-hmm. And so having TRICAP is, again, it's a vital resource to have, and knowing how to use it. Well,
when you mentioned falling on hard times and being fresh out of college, if you check out the income guidelines and things, Individual development account, IDA, that is so important. We have just so few slots available. Carson might remember his first day on the job. I tell every new employee about this. Get on the waiting list because it's such a big deal, right? So for every dollar that you have to be a earned income. So for every dollar that you are putting aside and saving, you get $3 match. Who doesn't? And it's all. Who doesn't want that, right?
Yeah, what kind of credit card company's not offering
Right?
that? I mean, I've not heard of anything like that. That's so neat.
Yeah, so you do have to income qualify, which a lot of people find out they are if they're just starting out working and that type of thing. And we're only allowed one employee at a time to be on the program, which I don't think Carson even made it in.
No,
yet,
I did not.
Very
but
selective.
there's a waiting list, but we're allowed one slot for our employees and then for the community at large, and it is a game changer. People have used it to start their own businesses, because at the end, I mean, you put in $1,500, you get matched $4,500, you walk away with $6,000, and you've gone through the financial training and educational course, one-on-one if need be, for whatever your goal might be. I mean, that is just the most untapped resource I want people to know about, right, is that one. And then also falling on hard times, people with much, much higher income levels, something happens to, like there's usually two breadwinners, if you will, in the household, and something happens to one, that they're no longer able to work for whatever reason. And you don't want to lose that home. And we have saved over 300 homes from foreclosure through TRICAP alone, through some of our housing programs, let alone the senior and workforce housing units. We didn't even talk about those that we have available. And we have some units underway right now in Boonville. And when those are finished in the spring of 2024, we will have created 297 affordable housing units across the last 10 years or so. So I don't know if you want to speak to that.
I actually live in one of them. One of them is Wagon Works in Huntingburg. I've lived there since I was the first tenant in my own apartment. And it's just a one bedroom, but it's brand new, really nice. It's really clean, and they have a little dog park. They have a pet wash that's industrial grade. They have their own washing machines and such, their own workout rooms, a community room. And it's just been a phenomenal time there. I've spent the last 3 years there. I've had my family there. It's been a great time. And I'm going to stay there until I have to leave next year.
Yeah. So TRICAP, from what I'm gathering in our conversation here, TRICAP is the unsung hero from a bunch of these behind the scenes things that you may not think of who's putting the money towards, who's putting the actual labor into, and all of these things.
Right.
So more community awareness is the least we can do for TRICAP.
Right.
You guys give so much to the community. Again, I'm just in awe because even I didn't know the layers that TRICAP had since sitting down here. Carson, I wanted to make sure, is there anything else that you kind of wanted to mention before we wrap up? I mean, TRICAP's been a big part of your life, as we kind of heard of. So
I never really saw TRICAP as heroes or some such. I just saw it as a group of good people trying to do good things. And I was just so appreciative of everything they've done for me. I really just wanted to put back into the community as much as possible. That's why when I'm gone, I want to make sure I'm paying it forward with this community and the area that actually raised me and helped me grow up. So I just want to thank you all for everything you've done.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
We keep trying to pay it forward.
Very exciting to hear, all good things. And before we kind of wrap it up here, we do, again, have the Community Action Awareness Days and events, if you guys want to recap that so that people come out and see you.
Yes.
Can I read those off?
I can read them off.
Okay.
Everyone to stop by. We're inviting everyone to stop by for a free drive-thru lunch at 3 of our locations the first week of May. On Tuesday, May 2nd, Petersburg, 809 East Illinois Street. Wednesday, May 3rd, in Jasper, 607 3rd Avenue. And then Thursday, May 4th, Boonville, 499 West State Route 62. Times will be from 11:30 to 1:30 or until we run out of food, depending on how many people come. So try to get there as soon as possible. And they will all be local time zones as well.
And come meet some of our 75 amazing staff members.
Yeah.
People don't realize how many we have, but I want to give a shout out for all of them. Carson was most recently one of them, and they make it happen every day in every way, right? Like you said, from crawling under a mobile home to working in a health clinic to sitting down with someone determining their needs of teaching and cooking, for the classrooms. We do it all. Yeah. So.
That's it. We do it all. That's a good way to kind of wrap it up. So Joyce, Carson, thank you so much for coming and chatting with us again. It's eye-opening to me, and I'm hoping the people at home, it's even more eye-opening that how vast TRICAP is, and using that resource should be more regular, whether you need it or not. Again, that you guys are here to help. That's your job.
That's right. We're here to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much at home for watching. This has been Joyce and Carson from TriCap, of course. If you need any more information, they reference the website, they reference giving them a ring on the phone. There's so many different resources that TriCap can help, even if you're a little hesitant to make that first step. But, you know, a little help goes a long way.
That's right.
So you have been watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.